Hi everyone, it's Leilani for God, and I'm back with another video. So in this video, I want to show you guys and prove to you that Jaguar Wright is suffering from the reality show curse. The reason why I have this screenshot up for you guys, it's an old clip that a lot of people are probably familiar with of Tyra Banks screaming at one of her contestants. And she said to that contestant, "I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?" And this is how I feel about Jaguar Wright at this point. She came out 2 years ago exposing the music industry for money laundering, using money that has been gotten from drugs and the sex trade and other illegal activity is being laundered through the music industry. And it's not only rap music or black music, it's all forms of the entertainment industry. It's easy for them to make money through illegal means and then launder it. And at first, Jaguar Wright was talking about those kind of things, the sex trafficking and all of that kind of stuff, right? But then Jaguar Wright changed gears. She disappeared from social media for like a year, and when she came back, she started to make herself personally the content, and she said it out of her own mouth numerous times that she has made her own life content. But that's a deviation from what she told us in the beginning. She said that God had put it on her heart to expose the work of the devil. So now that she's make herself content, it's like everything that everybody was rooting for you, we were behind you, we were supporting you, now you've turned yourself into a mockery. So a few months ago, I did a video, proof Jaguar Wright is demon possessed, sold her soul to the devil, and I did a whole expose on that. Then I did this video a month ago, Goomba asked woman who cursed Jag in Tokyo to protect him. And in that video, I go into detail about the witchcraft that Jaguar Wright is a part of and involved in. So initially, she was against those things. Jaguar Wright talked against witchcraft and all type of things. But as time went on and she made herself the content, she returned to her own practice of witchcraft, and she stopped exposing the industry, and she started to behave in a way that we could easily see that she wants a seat at the table in the industry herself. And that's what this particular video is going to be about. Now, I also made a video that I want you guys to check out. Can you pass the Jaguar Wright challenge and Tokyo Tony challenge? Okay, because it's not just about using people in the public eye as an example of how we could all learn from their mistakes. But this video I put together to help everybody figure out how we can get out of the mess and, be productive. So now that Jaguar Wright has made herself the content, it's becoming obvious that people are using her or exploiting her for their own personal gain, specifically for money. And so Jaguar went from exposing that this is what the industry does to people to putting herself back in the industry by making her life content and showing how the people who are now promoting her are using these type of industry tactics of, do you really care, or are you just in this for the money? And so a content creator that I like, KOM, he did a video not too long ago, Kingpin scamming exposed for exploiting Jaguar Wright. Now, I also did a video about this, but I focused more on Sean Davey Way, how he was exploiting Jaguar Wright, because at that time, a month ago, it was obvious to me that Sean Davey Way had over 100 videos on Jaguar Wright. Okay. And since then, I was looking for some old content on Jaguar, because she had said in the first interview that she did with Tasha K, Jaguar Wright said, what did she say? She said fame. Jaguar Wright created an acronym for the word fame. And she said it means false ambition makes evil. False ambition makes evil. So Jaguar said that in her first interview with Tasha K, like over 2 years ago. I was looking for it, but I just, the interview was really long and I didn't feel like watching it to get that timestamp. I probably showed it in the past, but I couldn't find it. But anyway, I was looking for it, and because that was over 2 years ago, I did a search for Jaguar Wright, like 2020 or 2021 or something like that. I found some videos where both King Pain and Sean Davy Way, who are now at the top of the algorithm of saying that they're Jaguar Wright's friends, back 2 years ago, they were saying some pretty mean things about Jaguar. I found a video where official King Pain was saying Jaguar is a narcissist and obsessed. All right, this is like 2 years ago. So now that, you know, King Pain is like, oh, Jaguar Wright, my friend, my friend, my friend. And Sean Davy Way, you know, is made over 100 videos as if he's, I don't know, you know, friends with her and her family. It's like, what happened to the criticisms that y'all made of her 2 years ago? Like, narcissism does not disappear. It's a mental health issue that only gets worse with time. So I don't believe that these people are very friendly towards Jaguar. I have to agree with KOM, Knockout Media, that there's some exploitation going on of Jaguar Wright, okay? Now, I was thinking maybe Jaguar Wright was not really in jail when she first got arrested, okay? LMSYT did a video, how to locate Jaguar Wright, documents on the Dallas County website, okay? So LMSYT has been talking crap about me behind my back and other people's panels. Why? I don't know. I don't have any beef with her. I never did anything to her, but whatever. You know, like I said, I never have beef with attractive women, but whatever. When LMSYT came out with this video of how to find her in the system, that's when I was thinking, okay, she really is in jail, because they were saying things like King Pain was saying stuff like, you cannot call Jaguar in jail. You cannot put money on her books. She's not allowed to come out of her cell. She's on lockdown 23 hours a day, and she's not showing up in the system, even if you wanted to put money on her books. So all of this stuff was really weird to me. And she didn't have a mugshot for a long time after she got locked up recently. So all of this stuff had me thinking they're faking, they're lying. This is another reality show plot. But when LMSYT came out with the video saying, well, here's how you could find that she's locked up for yourself, that's when I said, okay, it's not fake, it's really real. And so the exploitation came back into focus for me, because official King Pain, when he does his videos about Jaguar, like somebody put a timestamp, 2 hours and 54 minutes to get to the Jag T. Now, King Pain has said that he's been in jail before. But here's my thing. If you've been in jail, King Pain, and you know what it's like to be like, you know, down and out to that extent, why would you take 2 hours and 54 minutes to talk about the Jag T? Like, if you was in jail, would you want somebody to wait almost 3 hours to talk about your situation? Or would you want that person to tell it up front and get it out the way? So if other people want to help them, they can help them. That's when it starts to be like exploitation for me. Because if you really cared, you would give the information quickly and make a different video talking about whatever else you're talking about. But this whole wait for 3 hours and send me donations before I'll tell you, that's where the exploitation comes in. Exploitation is defined as the action or fact of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work. Okay? So I don't think it's fair to wait 3 hours to tell that someone's in jail and they have a message that they want to send to the public. I think that's not what I would want, and I don't think that's what King Pain would want. And I don't think that's what Jaguar would want either. Like, tell the people what I have to say if you're really my friend. Don't hide it. Furthermore, King Payne did another video exclusive. Jaguar Wright speaks out from jail, life in danger, unfair treatment. I did not get to watch the video on time. A lot of times when I post content for you guys and when I watch YouTube content that's like gossipy, it's late at night, okay? And I can't get to it the minute it comes out. I get to it when I can, when I'm like, it's late, I'm up, and I need some entertainment. I'll look up Jaguar Wright, you know. But I could not watch the video because by the time I got to it, this is the message. It said, join this channel to get access members only content like this video and other exclusive perks. Now, if Jaguar Wright speaks out from jail that her life is in danger and she's dealing with unfair treatment, if you hide that behind a paywall, how are you helping Jaguar? Like, if what she's saying is true, if you were being abused in jail, would you want somebody to hide that behind a membership paywall? Or would you want your friend to let the whole world know? I would tell my friends, if they was really my friends, put this on every social media account that you have. Tell everybody as much as you can. Like, don't wait 3 hours to tell it and then hide it behind a paywall to where most people are not going to hear what I'm going through behind bars in jail. But anyway, this is how it all ties into the curse of reality TV. I'm saying that the minute that Jaguar decided to stop exposing the music industry for the drugs, the sex trafficking, and the abuse of people, men and women, okay, when she stopped exposing what happens to people who want to make it in the industry, and she switched to being the content, to being excuse me, to being a reality show person. Like when Jaguar literally said my life is the content, she basically switched over into a different category or genre of entertainment. She switched from being a truth teller to being a character. And a character is an actor. And an actor, you know, in this case of Jaguar Wright, is someone who you cannot trust that they're any longer telling you the truth. Because a character doesn't have to be honest. A character only has to do performative art. And performative art, you know, it could be anything. It could be just laying on the floor and flopping around like a fish. So the minute that Jaguar switched over from being a truth teller to being an actor and a character is when her credibility got lost. Now, the side effect of that is there are curses that come along with people who choose to be characters and pass off their art as reality, which is what we call reality TV. It's mostly fake. Some of it is real because, you know, some reality shows, people do get married, have kids, and have relationships. Their families are on there. So to the extent that people are really related to each other by romantic relationships or family, a lot of the things that they're going through probably have happened. But they may be reenacting old family problems for the camera and making it seem like new for reality TV. But other than their real family dynamics, the other relationships that they have with people and the fights and the arguments and the fallouts are fake. Anyway, the curse of reality TV. A look at people who have sought fame and fortune through reality TV, but instead endured humiliation and victimization. So even though people get on reality TV and they think they're going to deceive the public by telling old stories or fake stories, what happens is in reality, they become victims of humiliation because the truth about them that they're trying to hide while putting forward a fake reality character persona of being like rich and famous and fabulous and having it all together and having the best life ever with no problems, you know, the whole image of perfection, it gets destroyed once people sign up to be participants in reality TV. So I Googled the biggest scandals in reality TV. The biggest scandals that come out, regardless of the type of reality TV show it is, are cheating scandals. It says here, from Keeping Up with the Kardashians to Real Housewives, here are some of the most shocking reality TV cheating scandals of all time. So in the picture is Tori Spelling with her husband, and Tori Spelling is like the daughter of a super rich Hollywood television show producer. So she was raised rich, and she got her own reality shows, whether she was talented or not. And she was on hit TV shows, you know, whether she was talented or not, because of who her parents were. And she married this guy, and eventually it came out that he was cheating on her. And, you know, it was disgraceful because they had reality shows where they portrayed themselves as a perfect couple. At the bottom, it says reality TV's biggest scandals. And these people are not like big celebrities like Tori Spelling was back in her day. But it just goes to show that no matter how big or small you are, the perfect image that you portray on reality TV gets exposed for being lies. It says here, photos from reality TV curse. 23 divorces that came after cameras invaded. Below that, it says every Real Housewives couple who filed for divorce after appearing on TV. And below that, it says reality TV curse. The starring on reality TV show really destroy relationships. And then they have a picture here from Real Housewives of New Jersey. And above that, it looks like these clips are from a bunch of different reality shows. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Who is that? That's Britney Spears and her ex-husband Kevin Federline. I think this is Jessica Simpson and Nick Lackey. I don't know who those people are. Maybe Bethany Frankel from Real Housewives of New York. Anyway, I'm just pointing this out to say that it's super common. Like the statistics on people who get divorced after they participate on reality shows is really high. And the reason why is because when they're on the shows, they pretend to be perfect. They don't show you, you know, couples argue and whatever. Like you get annoyed and maybe sometimes you separate from them or whatever. But they act all perfect and happy and cuddly on the show. And then shortly after, the real truth comes out and gets exposed. So we've seen that with Jaguar Wright and her husband Goomba. They came out acting like they were so perfect and so in love and they have each other's backs no matter what. And now we see that they're filing for divorce. They're dealing with other partners. They're cheating on each other because they're still married. And they're not happy with each other, neither one of them, you know. But look at how big of a show they put on to seem like they were in love and, you know, really connected and there for each other. Okay, moving on. Here's another example. Key points. Reality TV personality Abby Lee Miller of Dance Moms recently listed her Davenport home on the market. Dance Moms was a hugely popular reality show for years. So it makes you wonder, why is your home on the market? Like, how did you lose all of that money? Mike the Situation Sorrentino, who shot to fame in 2009 with MTV's Jersey Shore, also had to file for some type of bankruptcy. Martha Stewart has frequently attended Trump parties at Mar-a-Lago and Palm Beach and food festivals in South Florida. Martha Stewart went to jail for some financial fraud. I think it was called insider trading. So, okay, so first I was talking about look at how Jaguar Wright's relationship has ended in divorce and infidelity. The second aspect of reality show curses, because failed relationships is one. Number two curse of reality shows is bankruptcy. So now let's get into bankruptcies. It says that Jen Shah from season 3 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is who's in the picture. Judge Sidney H. Stein ruled the Bravo celebrity would spend 78 months behind bars. That's 6.5 years. Despite prosecutors suggesting a sentence of 120 months for fraud, conspiracy, after she admitted to participating in a nationwide telemarketing scheme. Okay, so prosecutors wanted her to do 10 years, and she got 6.5. And she also agreed to forfeit $6.5 million and pay $9.5 million in restitution as part of her plea agreement. So $6.5 million plus $9.5 million is $16 million. So they have been able to document that she has scammed for $16 million. That's a lot of money, right? But she's on reality TV where her husband and her family acting like she's a good person and she loves everybody and everything is okay. But meanwhile, she was scamming people. Now she's in jail. Chrisley Knows Best stars Todd and Julie Chrisley. Disgraced reality stars Todd and Julie Chrisley were convicted in a federal tax evasion case, and this week began serving their 12 and 7-year sentences. Okay, guys. So this was also an extremely popular reality TV show. And don't get me wrong, guys. I have not watched most of these things that I'm telling you about. It's not that I know that personally. I just went on Google and I looked up popular reality show scandals. I didn't watch this show. I didn't watch the Salt Lake Housewives. I did not watch Dance Moms. I did watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, though. But I didn't watch all this stuff. But I do know that these shows that I'm telling you guys about were very, very popular. And I mean, like millions of viewers. They went on for multiple seasons. And that's how long they were able to deceive people and be like, oh, look at me. I'm living a rich and famous, glamorous life with a beautiful, perfect family. And we're all so happy. Meanwhile, they're scheming, scamming, cheating, lying, stealing, and defrauding the public in order to pull off these glamorous lifestyles. Again, Abby Lee Miller of Dance Moms for 8 seasons. Lifetime viewers watched dance coach Abby Lee Miller in the hit series Dance Moms. The founder of the Abby Lee Dance Company spent 8 months in prison after she pleaded guilty to felony bankruptcy fraud. Miller pleaded guilty in federal court in Pittsburgh to charges of bankruptcy fraud and bringing $120,000 worth of Australian currency into the country without reporting it. So this is money laundering. I don't even want to talk about, the fact that this woman was working with small children and why would she be laundering money? But the bottom line is the show was super successful. So the fact that she's now in bankruptcy and was laundering money is questionable. So we talked about the one reality TV show curse of divorce and infidelity. The number 2 reality TV show curse of people pretending they're rich and they wind up going bankrupt or going to jail for their money fraud schemes. The number 3, reality TV show curse is people taking their own lives, deleting themselves. According to one newspaper report last year, there have been 38 self-deletions of reality TV contestants. Okay? So I'm not going to say that word. I'm going to say self-deletion because YouTube does not like that. So don't say that if you make content. Reality TV tragedies, the saddest and most shocking passing aways. Dying for fame. 21 reality stars committed self-deletion in a decade. Now, guys, this is sad stuff and it's very heavy stuff. I should have done disclaimer at the beginning of the video, but I forgot. But now that we're here, this happens to reality shows participants all over the world, not just in America. Even if you look at reality show participants in other countries, these same exact reality TV show curses haunt them, like failed relationships, bankruptcies, going to jail, and self-deletions. This is happening around the world among people who are on popular shows. Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, Taylor Armstrong, on her daughter and her husband's self-deletion. Okay, so it says nearly 8 years after her late ex-husband died by self-deletion, Real Housewife of Beverly Hills alum is, I guess, speaking on it. So even though the people on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, obviously they're claiming to be millionaires, this guy still had financial trouble and deleted himself. And he's not the only one on that franchise that had financial trouble and went to jail or, you know, whatever. I'm just pointing out a few things here. Former contestants Sophie Gradon and Mike Thalassitis each self-deleted after appearing on the show. Gradon's boyfriend, Aaron Armstrong, also died by self-deletion 20 days after she passed. Why self-deletion is still the shadow that hangs over reality TV. At the bottom it says reality TV tragedies, the saddest and most shocking passing away. What are the negative effects of reality TV? Examples of reality TV negative effects are below. Lowered self-esteem from unrealistic beauty standards, distorted values, normalization of aggression and bullying, unrealistic image of success. At the bottom it says, what are the psychological effects of reality TV shows? They may stop appreciating their life and want bigger homes, designer clothes, and fancy cars. They may want to be able to host lavish parties, just like in the shows they watch so diligently. The lack of these luxuries in their lives may lead to self-involved, aggressive behavior, arrogance, and frustration. So when people watch these reality TV shows, they want to live a glamorous, designer, big home, fancy car lifestyle because they think that these people are being honest, because that's what reality TV show implies. When you hear the word reality TV show, the impression is these people are telling the truth about their wealth and their success. And so people are buying into it, and it's making people feel very unhappy with themselves. And it's giving people low self-esteem, distorted values, aggression, and bullying. But the fact of the matter is, reality TV shows, they tend to glamorize things that God does not like, such as pride. These people get on TV, they act like they're so rich and they're so above everybody else. They have so much pride with their fake teeth and their fake bodies and their wigs and their makeup and their fake lives. They're lying about, you know, the M word. A lot of them wind up taking their own lives. Evil plots. The way that they're really making money is really by stealing it from other people. Those who love evil. Evil is making a plan to cause harm to someone else. False witnesses, which is another form of lying, and troublemakers. So reality TV is really based on all of these things. A lot of times people will say that the producers behind reality TV shows are manipulating the contestants or the actors or the characters or whatever you want to call the participants on the shows, that it's really the directors and the producers behind the scenes who are the troublemakers, that they spread lies from one cast member to another in order to get them to fight and turn up and make the show more entertaining. But the fact of the matter is, reality TV is largely based on things that scripture says God hates, bad behaviors. Psalms 57:2 says, I cry out to God Most High, to God who fulfills his purpose for me. This is key in understanding God's purpose for your life. God has numbered your days and will fulfill every purpose he has for you. However, our choices and actions also really matter. And so now that we see Jaguar Wright is experiencing the curses of reality TV, because all of the issues I talked about have been brought up by Jaguar Wright and her husband. The divorce, the infidelity between the both of them, the loss of money and the bankruptcy, even both of them saying that they were in a space of self-deletion when they met each other. If you're not being cooperative with the Most High and what purpose that he put in you as your creator, as the creator, and you're going to make up in your mind, well, I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to try to be rich and famous through whatever means I can, and that's not in alignment with your purpose, that's what's making your life harder than it has to be. Scripture says in Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And this is why we have to trust in God and really lean on our strengths, our gifts and talents that God put in us, and use those in how we go about making money. Use your gifts and talents that God gave you naturally so you could be yourself. You could be a unique individual. You don't have to be a fake, phony character, because these fake, phony characters, they're catching hell. They are catching hell on earth because they are deceiving the masses. And this is what I feel like Jaguar Wright is going through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Stay blessed.